So you want to become a PHP developer in 2021? Well, you reached the right video. Let me explain. This video is brought to you by DigiLink Academy, your #1 source to learning programming fast and get to that six-figure freelance salary you desire. Our courses include our SQL Project course, our Freelance Kickstarter, our Python course, and our interview programming course, and much, much more. So if you haven't already, go ahead and click the link below to get to our free 7-step freelance guide so that we can help take your career to the next level. I'll see you guys in the course. All right, guys, let's jump right into some expectations of being a PHP developer so I can make sure everybody have the right expectations. They know the reality of the situation, guys. I got some notes here and I want to make sure I cover some of the points, and I'm going to make sure we bring you guys a really good video. So PHP, really good language, really good way to start to learn programming and to actually start to build projects in software development. I like PHP, a lot of WordPress, a lot of freelance work, ton of work out there, a lot of legacy systems, a lot of online web development out there, guys. But at the end of the day, you got to understand what market you're in is going to really dictate what programming language you're going to be using going forward. Certain industries lean towards certain enterprise systems, leans towards certain programming language. So, in the enterprise world, it's going to be Java and C# as king. You're going to have some C++, C applications out there. That's going to be mainly your enterprise level stuff. AI side is going to be the Python side of things, scripting. PHP, still a lot of freelance kings, a lot of web developments done with PHP. So depending on your niche is really going to set the tone for what you do. And I don't want you guys taking that PHP hammer and applying it everywhere to the point where you're really stretching the limits of PHP. Don't get me wrong. It's not even about can PHP do the particular task. It's if PHP is the right fit for that particular client and that particular stack. Don't get me wrong. If you're doing a little small script or something just to one time, just to patch or something like that, go right ahead for your personal projects. But you guys got to understand, once you start to work for a company in the enterprise world, you need solutions that are sustainable. And you guys, not only sustainable, but in line with whatever the software stack is, so it can be maintained easily. If you guys come into a Microsoft C# site or shop and it has all C# code, you're a PHP developer, you're bringing PHP and certain PHP code into a C# shop with no prior knowledge for anybody there, you're doing that company, you're doing that technology shop a disservice. You guys don't want to do that. And that's part of a larger point here, guys, because a lot of guys think that, hey, it's all about coming in. It's all about programming language. No, but at the end of the day, it's all about solving the client's problems. You guys ought to understand this and really put yourself in a position so that you can not only get this one-time gig, but also put yourself in a position to make more money and have a sustainable client. And even after you leave, somebody come behind your code and like, okay, this makes sense. That it's a C# shop. We're going to use C# and all that. So that being said, guys, I want to make sure I cover some of my points here. I want to make sure if you guys have any questions, any concerns, anything that you're having difficulties with PHP, put it down below so that we can start a conversation. I want to really start to kind of figure out the mindset of a beginning level developer and your approach to solve problems initially so that we can catch it on the front end so that we can put you in a position to take your career to the next level. Or if you're struggling with your current career and you just can't get past some of these initial projects, you need a little direction, you're struggling, also put your comments below so that we can start a conversation to move you ahead and really put you in a position to win, guys. So that being said, PHP is very useful. I like PHP. I use PHP in my personal stack, in my business stack. And I have clients that use PHP. WordPress is a huge part of my stack. A lot of the plugins, a lot of the themes, a lot of online stuff. You use Google Analytics, you want to do tracking, all that stuff alongside with JavaScript. You're going to really be able to do some big things inside of the web development world. It's just that a lot of times, a lot of us just take it too far, and you expect, hey, I can just use this one programming language for everything. And sometimes that's the case, depending on what type of industry you're in, what type of software you are actually supporting. But a lot of times you got to really look at the company's situation to determine what's the best language. We're in 2021, guys, to where software is a lot more mature. Companies has established their current stacks, and they have been using these stacks for years. So they're not willing to just change on a drop of a dime. So you have to accommodate what they currently have in their systems. If you come in there bringing new software or new programming languages to their current mature stack that's not in line with what they're currently using, without consulting the existing technology department about what you're doing and making sure everybody on the same page, even if you're solving that one small problem or one big problem, it can cause problems in the long run, guys. One thing that a lot of developers don't understand when it comes to picking the right programming language is supporting legacy code. And yes, just because Python is so much better than Ruby, if you're dealing with a pure Ruby shop and they have no intentions to leave Ruby anytime soon, you injecting Python code in that particular situation is bad. Yes, I know there's a application or there's a use case out there to choose Ruby over Python. I know, but it's the case. You got a lot of legacy code out there written in Perl and Ruby. They have zero intentions to change. So don't insert yourself in a situation to where you put yourself in a position that you're going to lose. That being said, guys, I can hit this point all day long, but at the end of the day, you guys want to advance your career. You guys want to get your first programming language, and the best way to do that is to assess the current situation so that you can actually use the programming language of choice that's going to help not only solve the problem, it's going to be easily supported, and then it's going to put you in a position so that you can get more work as a software developer. That being said, guys, like, subscribe to the content. If you have additional questions, comment below. What I want to start doing is really tweaking my content, my guides, my courses, everything, so that you guys can really, it's geared to really put you in a position to acquire a new job, to advance your career, and really cut out all of the fluff. And we're going to be doing that in the academy, guys. So if you haven't already, go ahead and check out the 7-step guide. It's going to help you really put your expectations and the reality in perspective so that you can get that first job. Links are below. And also, if you haven't already shared your experience with PHP, you know what you're doing to solve problems, what are you doing to really put yourself in a position so that you can leverage whatever programming language you're using, in this case PHP, to really solve the client's problems, put yourself in a position to win, and also help you take your career to the next level. So like, subscribe to the content. If you have additional questions, guys, comment below. I'm gonna put a link to my 7-step guide on the screen here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.